No, Steam. What the frick are you doing? Buzz off. Not in the mood. Steam, stop it. Frick. I'm here. I'm alive. Mad at the damn practice LSAT that I spent all day doing. Because I did a practice. Oh, frick. Okay, that makes me better mood.
Potato.
Hey. No, what keeps opening on my computer? Hi, Wolf. No, I'm mad because I took a practice section earlier, and out of 25, I got 3 wrong. And I was like, heck yeah, let's do the practice exam. I did the practice exam. By the way, this is a legit full section from one of the tests. And I just went and took one of the full tests. It went from -3 to -9 for every section. And I'm like, it's the exact same logic. And then I went and I corrected the ones that I had like 50-50 shot at, that I like narrowed it down to 2 options, and it went up from a 155 to a 162. And I'm like, well, so why? So now I need to go tomorrow when I have ADHD meds in my brain and figure out why one of those 2 options was better than the other in the answers. No, I was like, oh, maybe I'll get like a 160 on the practice exam, because, I got a 157 on the actual one. And they're like, no, we're gonna give you a, oh god, we're gonna give you a 155. And I'm just like, mind you, this is the exact, 2 of those sections that I got -9s on is the same type of section I got a -3 on earlier. And my average is -7. What the frick was this test? Anyway, I'm a bit perturbed, so let's go to the Sting Island. You know it's bad when the practice exam score you get is lower than all practice exam scores you've taken before and the actual exam that you actually took. They clearly put a bunch of ones on there of the ones that I'm not good at. Because, like, I'm better at, like, assumptions and conditional logic. And then if you get me for, like, what role does this play, I would be like, kind of losing it. Yeah, I'm a bit pissed, yeah. I spent 4 hours taking the test just for them to tell me I'm dumber than I was before I started actually really hardcore studying 2 weeks ago. Annoy the crud out of you? Oh, gosh. That's literally all I did today. I cleaned the kitchen and I took the test. That's all I did. And then I watched the second half of France and England. I only turned it on because I was like, holy crud, 0-4. And then like half an hour into the second half, France decided to actually try, and they got it up to 3-4, almost to 4-4, and then in overtime at like the last second, England got it up to 5-4. Yeah, England won. But at halftime, it was 0-4 England. Don't get me wrong, like, I understand why I got the sections on the reading section wrong. I haven't started practicing what I'm not that great at on those yet. But to get literally the worst scores I've ever gotten on the section I've been like studying anytime I have a free minute. It's like someone's gonna die. The tips should be working, yes. I don't know if I still have an alert for it. I should, I think. Let me go to stream elements and see if I still have. I might have disabled that because I had removed it. Let me see. Notifications. Tip alert. There we go. Okay, good. It does work. And it's just Anson. I just put Anson. Oh, you didn't see it. Okay. Speak of Anson. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There goes the Anson line.
Calorie intake
Oh, frick off. I'm busy. Not in the mood. Whatever. Echo. Tub! Hi, how are you? Oh no, it's an army of Anson. Wait, I didn't save it. That could probably be it. No, Tub, it's not the ocean. It's not the ocean. In fact, we'll go switch to a different game right now. We'll stay inside today. Well, actually, we will stay inside. Because we'll be on an island. Okay, there we go. Do you guys see it that time? I didn't save it. I clicked turn it on and then just exited. So the dog thing, yeah. Oh. What does it sound like when I hit the mic, guys? I'm really curious. Okay. Not really that weird? Okay, cool. But yeah, what do you guys do today? And when I score above a 160 on one of these damn practice tests, you guys will hear from me. The Discord will be hearing from me. What do we need? We're just going back to the island, right? We got water and we got food. We definitely... No. We need the scanner. Give me my scanner back. Buzz off. The tipping should not be doxing. It should be safe. It was a bit... PayPal business, but as a... Not as like a seller, but as just a individual. And then like streaming services. Apparently sometimes it gets like the account like shut down and then you just gotta call and figure it out. But I guess we'll see it when we see. Because there's literally no way to remove my name from the personal one. I don't know. I don't think the boat's tipping. Money. But yeah, happy to have you back, Tub. Oh, Tub! I told you when you got back we would show you who's actually the most likely to murder you in Teletubbies. Tipping our hats. You know, that's all the money we got right now. That makes sense. Tipping with treats, so true. Yes, but so Tub hasn't been here in a while. Tub never got the update. Two years. Anyway, Tub. The actual one who is most likely to murder you in your sleep. Him. 100% vacuum dude. Look at the crazy eyes. These are not the eyes of a sane individual. The vacuum dude is 100% the one who would kill you and then just suck up your body. Like, there's zero doubt. And then it goes to red, to yellow, to purple,
Emergency.
to green.
Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
Oh, frick off. I'm busy. You never saw the show? You know, I'm not going to say that's necessarily a bad thing.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Yeah, I honestly completely forgot about him until I did the, which one would be ready to murder you during a download session. And someone's like, no, it would be the vacuum. So I looked up the vacuum, like, oh, that just brought back all the trauma. Also, where the frick did I park this sea truck? I literally don't. Okay, it's right here. Guys, do you remember how we get to... Guys, do we remember how to get to the... Wait, no. We should be able to get to the island because... Last known position. No, not you. Delta, no. Frick. I'm trying to remember the coordinates. I think I took a screenshot. We'll be on land soon. Also, the irony of not liking being in, like, the ocean and water and also having your name be Sociable Tub is not lost on me. Testing. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, this is when I was testing my new mic. No, I'm looking for the screenshot. Tubs are safe and relaxing. Coordinates. Negative 1,174, 5, and 5, negative 5... Negative 1,200 and negative 600. Okay. Oh, I also got a new mic tub. We just used it for the first time last stream. And apparently it makes a slight difference. I didn't realize how bad the audio quality was on my... I didn't realize how not great my Nexico 2-in-1 was. Also, I figured out why I kept peaking. It was because I had the limiter above the what's happened in the last few months? What games have we finished playing? We did this Radiant Dawn. We figured out who the Black Knight was, and it was very underwhelming. And my lore was better. Okay, negative 1,200. That's not the right number. That way. Just a cool dude in black. Basically, he wasn't even introduced till the second game. He was this big antagonist in the first game, and we didn't even know him till the second one. Also, Sephiroth was in fact evil. Surprise, surprise. I still think it's Ike's long-lost brother. They look somewhat similar, and apparently you can have a Lagoo's kid and a not Lagoo's kid from the same parents, so that's the lore I'm going with. Because, like, how was Makai a branded, but the apostle wasn't? Yet they were siblings.
Seek fluid intake.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, we still got Teletubbies up! mention that. No one was gonna mention that. It was my shield. You know what? It can be the shield over your heart. One sec. Nope. Come here, Tubbies. Come. No. Teletubbies? No. I got so many screens on here. I can't even move them. I literally can't even move them. Protect my green dudes. Why can't I move anything? Oh, because I have it locked. That would do it, guys. It being locked would definitely prevent me from moving it. One sec. We'll put the Teletubbies. We'll put the Teletubbies over the... They'll be in the corner. Top left. That is a tub shield. There we go. The shield just got is a bit smaller than it was. I just looked down at my screen and I just see a Teletubbies taking up the entire thing. They can be so confused. When are they not? Anyway, it's negative 1200, negative 600. So in 2 days, it'll be 1 year since we started the D&D campaign. So to not confuse any newbies, we're going to do a full recap from memory. And I'm working on an edit of all the streams that I've talked about D&D, just for like an actual comprehensive thing. Because I think that would be fun. But yeah, we got to level 4 last time, and I now have Phase Step, Fey Touch. Hey, I did a recap the other day, and got inspiration from it. Because of how good it was, and I did it from memory. And they're like, wow, you missed like 2 things. You know, I was very happy with that. But yeah, I got Fey Touched, which got me like Misstep or something like that, which allows me to teleport 30 feet away for free once a day in any position. And you know, if we ever get surrounded again, I'm gonna do that. You know I'm gonna use that and be like, peace. But yeah, anyway, I want to make an edit of just like all the different sections pieced together. Also for my D&D group. But I'll definitely put it on the VOD channel. Why is this so blue? That's a great question. First, we gotta get to land first. We gotta figure out where the frick the directions are. And then we will do the D&D mega recap. I just love that one review of Wind Waker. I think it's like Hey Johnny or something. Where he goes, and here's... And this is Wind Waker. 5 out of 10. Water, water, too much water. Why is there so much water? F this. Oh.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Oh yeah, Tub. We have a new... Not sure if you... Yeah, not sure if you heard, but we have a goal... Well, Wolf has a goal. If Wolf ever gets to a 250 stream streak, I will play the entire game of Choo Choo Charles. The entire playthrough. We're halfway there, sadly. This is not the right direction. Guys, this is not the right direction. I'm so bad at directions. You hit me in 3. That's a beautiful game of trains in 2D art. Uh-huh. 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 Don't worry, I believe you. Guys, is there an arachnophobia mode on it? Or am I not, if there is an arachnophobia mode, am I not allowed to use it? Negative 744, negative 304. I mean, I think it will kind of defeat the purpose of the entire game as a spider train. Like, Grounded, at least it's not typically, it's not all spiders. There's other things. You guys say this as people who are not scared of spiders. Yeah, exactly. That's you speaking. I just want to get to the island, guys. And then probably get quickly murdered by that sea doggo. Oh, yep. We found the tentacle. Alright, we're good. The spider the size of my hand. I'd be going out the window. I'm so serious. Once had one that was like this big in like the corner of the family room, right beside my bedroom. I refused to go into that part of the house until someone had gone in there to kill it. You went out the back door for 2 days. Honestly, there's also an office I frequent a lot, and they once had one of those spiders that had babies on their back, and they smushed it and they ran everywhere. I refused to step foot in there for like a month. I was like, not happening. Look, we each have our things. Alright. So this is... So we came here to look for our sister. Sorry, we came here to figure out what happened to our sister, who was supposedly dead. And she was researching... She was a robo person. And this is with Altera, and she was with a group of people who were investigating the virus.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh, frick off. Who were investigating the Cra virus, and she found out that they were experimenting with it to do who the frick knows. And she thought it was too dangerous, and she was trying to report it to somebody. And then she mysteriously died. Where the frick's the entrance? Oh, it's right over here. Okay. Yeah, this is below zero. And we're getting... Oh, we also have an alien talking in our head. We told him to upload himself to our PDA, and he took that as upload himself to our brain instead. So he's just been chatting with us. I'm hoping that we can get a couple more uploads so that we can start having a... they can start having like a drama lore chat in our head, and we can just be like, can you guys please shut up? While we're also getting, you know, alien lore. I don't think we'll actually end up with like more aliens in our head, but it'd be really funny if they did. Like, I would really appreciate if they did. Not Subnautica 2. I'm not playing Subnautica 2 until it fully comes out. Once it fully comes out, I'll probably give it a month or two and then actually play it. Because, like, I want to get people... It's not a game like I'm like, yes, I have to play it immediately. Now, when the new Xenoblade drops, you know that crud's going to be frickin'... You know that's going to be a day one start. Also, I'm so serious. I never have it in follower only. I legitimately might have to do it for that, because if I got spoiled, I would be so mad. But I really want to... Like, I would be so mad. But, like, it is a game I would like to stream. Okay, wait, what am I doing? Oh, yeah, I got distracted. What service did you say it offered? Like streaming services. Which might be... That was the closest one I could find. Yes, Skyrim is next. Like, I tried to figure out which one was most relevant, and that's the only one I could find. Like Netflix or Prime. Maybe it does. Like I said, it was the closest thing I could find. That's what some others who have been able to do it have put it on, so we'll try it if there's a problem with it. PDA!
Zeta, I have kind of a funny question for you. Have you picked up any kind of unusual interference during any of your robotics work?
You mean like
Did you already
Parvin
pick
looking
this
over
up?
my shoulder and telling me I'm assembling my circuits wrong because it's not how his dad did
Wait,
it back
did
in
I
the
not
day?
save before?
No.
No.
Like electrical interference in the audio or video. Any kind of...
All
Band,
Terra
orchestra, or
facility
other-
beacon detected nearby. Unique identifier. Phi Robotics Center.
Guys. Did it not save? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, and now you go down. Frick you. It says we didn't scan. It didn't save. Oh my god. Oh, you gotta be fudging with me. Alright, well, we know what to do. We can do it quick. No, we've 100% scanned all those. There's one thing I can check, and we can just check to see, did we unlock Electro Penguin? We do not have Electronic Penguin. It did not save any of our work last time. Wait, we're getting another Tomb Raider since when?
There is something of significance beyond this bridge. It was important to Altera, but more important to me.
Will it help us build you a body?
I believe so, yes.
And I was like, wow, I could have sworn I opened all these containers. Because I effing did. Guys, I might be stuck. And that's why we didn't have the Robotnik's landing pad that I was trying to track. Forget about it forever. Okay, I need heat.
Hypothermia.
Oh, frick off. Well, Todd, it looks like you're gonna get the lore too. Because we're redoing the Robotniks. Okay. I also knew for a fact I didn't park my damn sea truck that close to the thing. I was like, wow, it's a lot closer. I know I put it near the edge. Deep lore. Where the frick was the building again? Gosh, I'm so bad at directions. Okay. Wait, last time we were about to go in a hole. No, the hole. Doggos are good. Mikey is sleeping. It's frozen, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Look at him all cozy. Eepy boy. He is an eepy boy. He's a very eepy boy. We are very much crooked. There's the leader who just had his birthday. Okay. Mikey is owed 5 Mikey treats. Alright. Oh, frick you, Icicle. I'm busy. Ooh, Ghost, I also, not Ghost, Ghost has been here. Tub, I also got a job. I'm doing transport at a local health facility. So I'm getting a workout. I took the LSAT and got my first score back of a 157, so not bad for a first time. I've been studying my butt off, and then I took a practice exam today and got lower than any practice exam I'd ever taken, and the actual score I'd actually gotten, and I was like, you know, frick me. I'm not constantly getting lost. That was the first 2 months. For the past month, I have not been constantly getting lost. Thank you very much. This is just barren over here. Oh, okay, yeah. We're back at the tentacle. Bodies in the morgue? Yeah. Only went down there once. We only moved one. It was a while ago. Yeah, that's the only body we've moved. I've moved. Other people have moved others. I don't think they tend to want to send me down to do it because how small I am, and unironically it's just a bunch of dead weight. Oh, did you watch the Hamilton Minecraft? Did you like it? I was like, there's no way. And then I found out that they actually sang all of those, and I was like, this is amazing. 10 out of 10. I can't wait for part 2. And like the fact that they did that all in one take of like them actually doing the actions and stuff is just like so impressive. Yeah, no, they got some people who can actually sing. It took me like 2 songs to realize it wasn't just the original. And then like King George started singing, I'm like, that's not the same. But no, the one they got to sing for as Angelica, absolutely insane. Those high notes. You don't even know the original. Wait, so you're unironically someone who, for the first time, their actual exposure to Hamilton is the Minecraft. You have to watch the original. You have to watch the original. Please. Don't get me wrong, the Minecraft one is good, but the original is awesome. This isn't a suggestion, is it? Absolutely not. No. This is a requirement from Mikey. Yep, we gotta scan these fuckers again. Scan you? Nope, okay. Follow the arrows, see where it goes. After church. Like, I'm not a huge musical person. I've only ever seen one musical on Broadway. And that was just when we went for band. But I saw Les Mis. And since then, I just love Empty Chairs and Empty Tables. It's a great song. Okay, so we're back here. Alright, we're back at the robotics center. Am I scanning? Okay, scan. Wait. No. No. Guys, we still had the override module when we opened up the game today. Which means that literally, that was the first thing we did on stream last time. Literally none of it is saved.
Robotics. This is where Sam worked.
None of it was saved. We haven't even shut off the tower
loved
yet.
working here with her spy pinglings.
Do all humans like work?
The lucky ones do.
Are you lucky?
I used to think I was.
Combined with a frozen water source, water purification tablets can create drinkable water as you explore the snowy surface.
This must have been Sam's room. But something's not right.
We had a dang thermos. Everyone remember your
New
script.
blueprints
So true.
synthesized.
Everyone get in formation. Stage left. Mine. Okay. This is fine. Yep. Give me the spy penguin. There's the map. Sam's bed.
New technology acquired.
Alright.
New blueprints synthesized.
Okay. Is everything in here? Thoughts on zebras? They're pretty cool. I like their stripes.
Hey, Sam. Oh, hey there, Pengling buddy.
Hi, Fred. What brings you this way?
I was just passing by. Lillian wanted a hand with a deep dive out in the bridges. You know, I think she's right. There is some weird stuff out there.
The clicking sound?
SOS. I heard it with my own ears.
So you think she's right? There's intelligent life down there?
I don't know. I'll leave that to you scientist types.
This scientist is more at home with these penglings. But if my sister was here, she'd be all over this.
Wait, are you telling me you're not the brains in the family?
Oh, my family has many different brains. Like
A Hydra?
Well... Oh, yeah, actually, I like that analogy. Makes it hard to get along sometimes, but it's never dull.
Grab our crud. Grab the crud. Get up onto this one. Tigers are also pretty cool. So much scan. I guess, do I give a D&D update while we're doing all this? I guess. We're just getting our crud back. Let me get the rest of the... Well, not update. We don't have an update. Recap.
Oh, you brought a friend.
Spy pangling in training. We're recording audio. Is that okay?
Of course.
Mine.
I have the photos you sent. What am I looking at here?
Corral pustules on the frozen Leviathan.
That's nothing to worry about in and of itself. It's well contained.
The ice samples suggest it's been frozen since the time of the outbreak. The strain made the planet uninhabitable. If it mutates...
Are you feeling unsafe?
Very.
If I escalate this issue for you, will you feel comfortable enough to concentrate again? I have deadlines for the Snow Fox and the mining bots coming up. I really need your focus on the penguins.
Oh, yeah. That's a relief, actually. I was expecting more of a fight.
Nothing is more important than our safety. I'll
Except
take
for
care of it,
profits.
okay?
Thanks. I won't let you down.
Thanks, Sam. Keep up
In
the
the
good
game?
work.
To make him look less scary in the game. Out of googly eyes, that's true. But how many
Hey
googly
guys,
eyes?
I'm so glad you're here.
Where else would I be? Like I'd miss Fred being exposed as the alien intruder.
That's not gonna happen.
But you didn't say you were not the intruder.
No, not this argument again. I beg you.
I think the game will settle this debate.
So, I just want to ask you something
No
quick
less than
before
2.
Zeta gets back and we start playing.
No googly eyes and
It's about the cavern with the frozen leviathan. I investigated and
You investigated? When? I didn't see you.
maybe you were asleep or busy doodling inappropriate sea creatures.
Those drawings are art.
Anyway, I've looked into it, and I think we have reason to be concerned. It wasn't that long ago this planet was uninhabitable. But if we work together,
Less than 2.
we can get them to put an end to the Corral mutation experiments.
I'm not comfortable with this.
Samantha, you're paranoid.
Come on now. Hear Sam out. She has our safety at heart.
And the rest of us don't?
Zeta!
Can we play the game now?
Fine.
Just like fanfic dudes art. So true.
New blueprint synthesized.
So true. That was just art. It's true. Okay, and we're back at the broken. Thank you. And we're back at the broken portal. That's not asking me to give it anything. There's no, like, entrance. Okay. Nothing over there. Nothing over there. First sneeze in 3D audio. Did it clip? No, not did someone get a clip, but did the audio clip? If anything would do it, it would probably be that. A sneeze almost directly into the mic. I mean, if you heard it, then it didn't clip. This tech stuff is now beyond me. Completely fair. Okay. Great, guys. We got that. How much stuff we got? We gotta go back to Marguerite. What if I don't wanna? Lady with a mech. Yep, yep. We saw her last time, and she let us take some food and stuff. No! That means we have to find the effing greenhouse again! We're looking up the coordinates. I am not searching for 45 minutes again. I will not search for 45 minutes again. So, you know, if this one ever gets made into a playthrough, we are not including any of this section. It's going to be the first one. Hang out with us, true, but I could be hanging out with you guys doing cool things like making the thing to cross this bridge. And not wandering around lost. Mine. About the people more than the journey. So true. You know what? Just for you, we'll wander around for an hour and a half looking for it. I said we're gonna explore the effing island. We're gonna explore the island. After I get us back here and we shut off the tower again. We've got to at least get back to where we were. You know, I think I did exit the game without saving last time. And that happened once when I was playing Subnautica 1, and I think it also didn't save the progress. But we can also just blame it on the game. Oh, also, for D&D, the level 4, not only did I get the Misty Step, which allows me to teleport 30 feet for free once a day, and then I can use a spell slot to do it again if I want. And my box will come with me. But, in addition to that, I also got a spell, got to choose a spell, and I picked Talk to Animals. So now, when we're just, like, resting and stuff, I can communicate with Bob in the Bat Battery, and we can just talk. We can just chat. I can figure out what, like, Bob's backstory is. See how smart the Bat is? Could I have gotten something, like, useful? A spell that would actually assist the group? Yes. But is that what Stabitha would have done? No. No, it's not. I gotta stay in character. I was over here like, well, I can get languages since we're chasing dwarves. I'm sure the unbelievers will appreciate that. Oh yeah, it would be great. And to be fair, Battery can see Bob. So, very hopeful that Bessie will eventually be like, you know, maybe there is something there. Like, the thing that gets her believing isn't like half the group seeing Bob. It's just the fact that the Bat is interacting with him. But to be fair, she's not just calling me crazy. She's calling everyone in the party who sees Bob crazy.
Welcome aboard,
She's
Captain.
9. Apparently she's actually 12. We've been calling her 9-year-old this whole time, so she's 9. Yeah, wait, look how effing barren it is. Oh wait, no, this is where we're supposed to hang up stuff. One sec. Whatever. There you go. Yeah, put a thermos in there. Okay. There we go. Got it. Give me the coffee. Alright. Alright, what do we got with our supplies? Thank you, Tub. I appreciate it. Finally making money to give Mikey treats. I say like he hasn't just been getting exactly what he needs anyway. Okay. Framed art. Michelin star chefs and restaurants. Guys, I think it might be raining. Unclear though. Okay. Alright. We're gonna go and frickin' turn off this damn tower. Okay, where's my boat again? There it is. They would do it for free. Alright. Also, tub, just like normal, I beached one of my rides on a lily pad like 2 minutes after getting it. And can't get it off. So it's a beacon now. You made a beacon, so true. That was always the intent. It's safe from the deadly ocean now, so true. So true. No, we're going down. I don't trust being that close to the surface. Wait, you said that you wouldn't play Subnautica 2. Is Subnautica 2 scarier than Subnautica 1? Or does it just, like, go deeper? There's no sharks in the Arctic, you know? Fair enough. Oh, wee! Okay. Alright. Two is definitely in a warmer climate, and that worries me. Honestly, if there are sharks in Subnautica 2, that would actually just be insane. They're like, you know what? We're sick of making alien worlds. We're just gonna make endless ocean. Alright. By the way, I loved that game as a kid. You could always just, like, pet the dolphins and then make friends with them, and then just a giant snake fish hybrid thing. Yeah, that's fine. For a business, I was like, who should do stuff like that? Yeah. I haven't been recently, though, because damn, it's been too hot. It's been way too hot. Fish spider hybrid. Nope, leave. Don't put that out into the world. But yeah, it's just been too dang hot. I was finally able to take the dogs for a walk the other day when it was like a high of like 85. How do you break someone's windshield doing landscaping? Were they using trimmers? It couldn't have been a blower. Or did they like blow something like a rock into cars? We always had to be really careful about not doing that. Really long leg crabs? Yes, I've seen those. And they do look way too much like spiders. Where the frick is the tower? Oh my gosh, I'm so bad directions. It wasn't my car? Yeah. Yeah, no, sometimes we'd find like a really nice car in the parking lot and we'd be like, guys, keep like a 10-foot radius around this guy. Steer the heck clear. We're taking no chances. And my phone died. You know, is it really one of my streams if my phone doesn't die? Where the frick is... up here. We're plugging this thing in. And then I'll get my phone charger.
Back to the terminal.
Oh.
Do it. Please work.
We're fine. I'm just gonna go get a little bit of heat.
Yes. Satellite is down.
I am impressed. That was most resourceful.
Thank you. Oh, this heats us up too? Okay. Alright, where's my phone charger? Be right back. Mikey, I'm gonna cover you up. You look cold, handsome. Yes, you look cold. Don't give me that.
Potato, 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 hey!
Potato. It just shows a small part of the ADHD. Yeah, you're right. There's so many facets to it. Alright, my phone. Whoa, that was fast. Okay. Wait, who's terrifying? Alright, let me open Twitch. Also, we did, I had, oh, Mikey's terrifying. He can be. Oh, when you ask for thoughts on him. Got it. Okay. One, we're gonna freaking save. Okay, and now...
Alright, Altera. You win this round. Come find me at my greenhouse. I'm about 1 kilometer east of your position up on an iceberg. I have a present for you.
East.
I'll come by if I have time.
Sure. Whatever. If you have time for me in your busy social calendar.
Guys, do we think I can find it? If we find the ice, I remember what the shape of the island is. Wherever it is, no. Oh my gosh, speaking of no, you guys are gonna absolutely love the new emote I'm working on. By that, I mean it is gonna be, is probably the dumbest one I've made. And I've made a potato. Yes, it is one you suggested. But maybe not exactly the way that you were thinking. You suggested like 5. Yeah, we should have it by the end of next week. I need to finish animating it. I got like the first frame done, but I need to add the animations. I know, I guess you'll have to see. The ants in conga line. But yeah, Ghost, I'll go on my business account and see if I can change what it is I'm selling to entertainer instead, because that does sound more, that sounds more correct. One of your favorite emotes. I mean, it's a pretty good emote. No, I'm not selling stuff. But I wanted to have... People kept asking about me opening back up the tips page, and I needed to do it in a way that didn't dox me, which required a business account. So the reasoning I put was like streaming services, but Ghost thinks that it's supposed to be more like entertainer, because streaming services is more like
Plan a nearby iceberg
an actual
detected.
service.
A hollow chamber typically formed by glacial melt.
So I'll see if I can change it to be more technically accurate, because that does sound more accurate. And the tips page just Anson. We are not hitting the iceberg. Oh god. Okay, we are looking for big connecting icebergs. Are you connecting to anything? No, it's not you. Jump off it. We did that last time. You know, we're not going to be like the Titanic. We're going to stop right here. I'm going to swim. We're going to beach it in the ice zone if we keep going. I just know we will. Unlike the Titanic, we are going to listen to the ice warnings we have gotten and slow the ship down. Wait, is that a connection? That looks like it might be a connection over there. Impress New Yorkers, so true, it is impossible. Oh, anyway, so if we're gonna do the full D&D recap from memory, we start with what is a normal day, and Stabitha is listening to Madonna on the television. Sorry, he's listening to Madonna like on her music playlist. And there is a knock on the door. And Grandma goes to open it. And a zombie comes in and starts taking a bite out of Grandma. And Stabitha grabs her knife and goes to stab it. And Grandma goes down, and the zombie ends up biting off Grandma's right little toe. And Grandma is dead, and Stabitha is pissed. Stabitha takes the toe of the zombie as retribution. There's 2 more zombies behind it. She pushes her way through, grabs her grandma's necklace off the body, and runs out of the house. Who's Madonna? The singer. Also, apparently, they're like, just so you know, that Madonna doesn't exist here. There's no technology. I said, well, I said, but I was watching television. They're like, you thought you were watching television. Like, there's no television. But yeah, no, this is not technically our grandma, but she is our grandma because we are Fae royalty who got kicked into the human realm from the Fae realm due to the fact that in magic school we kept stabbing things instead of using magic like we were supposed to, and we were a disgrace to the family name, so they disowned us and sent us here. And then we ended up finding Grandma and living with her for about 2 years prior to this zombie apocalypse. And now she is collecting toes in revenge. Bessie is a fighter who is 12, but we always say she's 9 because I keep getting it mixed up. And she was on a school bus back from a baseball tournament when...
Seek fluid intake.
Frick off. When the school bus broke down and everything happened. She died on this bus. I'm honestly not sure what our blacksmith Hestia was doing. I have no idea what she was doing, but she just ended up getting a drink at the bar or something. So that's how she was out of the tavern. Television was wandering around and saw that... Frick me. Where the frick are the directions? Tabitha was... Not Tabitha. Talking about... Television has been searching for her husband who went missing. Her husband, who's a minor, who went missing about a week prior to the zombie apocalypse, after who we thought was the palace security, who had come to supposedly arrest him for finding an illegal ore and keeping it for himself. And so he disappeared about a week prior, and she is searching for him. She thinks he's at the prison. And so she's also at the tavern. And then we have Silas, who is also a rogue, who is somehow associated with the lab and all of this stuff, the zombie thing that's going on, but we don't know the specifics. We just know she's worked in a lab before. They were minors. Hey, if they were both minors, it's fine. Yeah, if they were both minors, I don't think the FBI needs to open up. I am concerned about what area they would be allowed to get married as both being minors, but... I think overall, I'm not sure that's an FBI warranted offense. I don't know, I think some states allow like 17-year-olds to get married. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure if they had like parental consent, it's allowed. Oh, 1 sec. Okay. Legal age with parental consent. Alright, states... What? Okay, this is from the Vermont government. Okay, legal age of marriage for everyone is 18. Okay, let's go, Ohio, with parental consent, 18 male, 16 female. Mississippi, with parental consent, 17 male, 15 female. We're gonna save that one for last. We're gonna save that one. Let me double check that one. Let me double check that. Wait, it changed? Okay, it changed. It changed. But, landmark law, okay. What was it? Well, I'm just gonna double check that those stats are accurate. And yeah, I need to double check. Oh no, the Girl Scouts of the United States said it was. Okay, New Hampshire now has it so it is illegal to get married with any exception under the age of 18. However, prior to 2024, with parental consent, 14 male, 13 female. What the hell? Yes. Yes, that is the appropriate reaction. State by state age of consent law. Wait, no. Delaware. Where's New Hampshire? What does the state have to say about it? Person can marry at 16 with parental consent. You know, that's still freaking better. That's still better. No sales tax? Four U.S. states don't require a minimum age for marriage. What? Which states are those? What? No. Maine's one of the 18s. Oh gosh, this requires me to know my states. One sec. I have to save this in order to take a... Can I not? Fine. One sec. Mississippi No, that's Louisiana. Mississippi, Alabama. Yeah, what the heck is for all of California is like pretty progressive. Really? No minimum age on marriage? Really? Oh, I bet frickin' New Hampshire's happy to be out of the 13 and up crowd. Thank gosh. Because they'll be over there like, don't mind us. Don't mind us. You can delete that now. We're in the below 18, but frankly, I don't think it's not as bad as that. Like, it's still bad, but it's not as bad as that. Like, if you're thinking of it relative to that, if you're thinking about it on its own, it's like, eh. But if you're thinking about it relative to the 13, you're like, eh. That's a daily shock. Let's all rethink life. Why is there no minimum age in California? Yeah, it's freaking California. If anything, I would expect California to have the minimum age requirement. I mean, the wildfires will do
Seek
that.
fluid intake immediately.
No, they have some pretty cool parks, though. So anyway, television is also super, super Southern and is a conspiracy theorist. And he'll the other part. Found it! Wolf, I found it! The one with all the giant trees, yeah. It's a damn miracle. I like to call it skill, thank you very much.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I want to take your hats out. Okay. Who haven't I talked about? We talked about Silas, we talked about television, we talked about Bessie, who was on a school bus when the zombie apocalypse broke out and everything went to chaos and she fled. We talked a bit about Hestia, who's just a blacksmith. Hestia, Silas, Stabitha, television, Bessie. Well, who are his parents? I don't know, but now that we have talked to animals, we're gonna find out. I don't know his backstory. That is for the DM to come up with. Does he have siblings? These are all good questions that the next time we take a big break and I can use the spells without wasting a spell slot, I will be asking these questions. I'm also really curious what kind of voice Bob has. Also, we don't even know if Bob's name is actually Bob. As a reminder, we didn't roll that well on seeing what the tombstone said, so we just saw B, and so I came up with Bob, and he seemed okay with it.
Damn satellite hasn't passed by in a while. I guess that was your doing.
Sam's not the only one in the family who knew what to do with vague directions in old wire.
She was an original, that sister of yours. First time I met her, I was sure she was Altera through and through. Not a crease in her uniform. Sending those damn bird bots to spy everywhere.
Like it was still freezing.
She surprised me. Maybe a little too much.
Meaning?
If you really want to know, there's a PDA on the bench that can point you in the right direction. You need anything else? Don't bother me. But you can help yourself at the greenhouse. Least I can do to repay you for getting those spine pests off my back.
So yeah, we all end up at this tavern. And the tavern people are still just drinking. And like Stabitha runs in, you know, like out of breath. And everyone's still just chill. And then zombies start coming through the front door and chaos breaks out. And all of us run to the basement and kind of lock ourselves in. To get away from the insanity. Yeah, the tavern owner leads us to like his wine cellar, where we regroup, introduce ourselves.
You can look all you want. There's more to Marguerite than any damn fangled gadget.
No one started a bar fight. The zombies came. Yeah, no one started a bar fight. The zombies just came.
I've already synthesized an antidote and stashed it in a cave. I can go grab it and...
That's your plan?
You don't think it'll work?
You're thinking too small. Like maybe if you're polite enough about destroying the bacteria, Altera will come around and see it your way. But do you believe in yourself or not?
I think so.
You think so? Come on. Is the bacteria a threat, or isn't it?
It is.
Does it need to be dealt with or not?
It does.
So who's right on this?
I am.
Say it like you mean it.
I am.
I said like you mean it, not like you're testifying before a rigged transgov court.
I am.
Great. Then what you gotta do is seal off the whole cave. I've got just the stuff. Made it for fishing, but it blew the whole ice shelf halfway to deep space. Vaporized all the fish.
Okay.
And you gotta hit the lab too, or there's just no point. Actually, you know what? Let me take care of that one. It'll be fun.
She's a drill sergeant, she is.
Calorie intake recommended.
Alright. So we go down there, yeah, we start chatting, and the owner's freaking out, like going, oh my god, all my drinks are up there, like what the frick is going on? And I tell them how I ended up here, and Bessie says how she ended up here after the bus broke down because zombies started attacking it. Oh, and Bessie's goal is to get back to her house to find her family. I mean, he does have some supply in the basement, but he has, like, some good stuff up top, too. And, like, it's all getting destroyed, and it's gonna be a while to, like, you know, recover and stuff. Mind you, some of the details might not be perfectly accurate because it's been a year. This is why you go back and rewatch the VODs. This is just from memory what happened. Probably won't have like the play-by-play of who fell down and freaking got knocked out. They weren't destroying alcohol. They just popped on in and they started, you know, trying to attack people and, you know, throwing alcohol in defense and stuff. So Stabitha, and everyone's trying to figure out what to do, and we're like, well, we need to go back up there. And so Stabitha decides to take a box and sneak up in there, and she was going to try and pull a Metal Gear and sneak up in the box without them knowing, and then pop out of the box when she gets up there and say UPS delivery and stab them. Sadly, she gets up, she fails the stealth roll. They immediately break the box. Stabitha runs back down to the basement. Everyone else comes running up. Stabitha grabs another box and then comes back up. She then goes outside and drops off the box outside of the window to be safe, and then comes back inside to help fight. Silas goes down to a bunch of zombies. The tavern keep is trying to drag his big pot of alcohol out the window. He says it's his special blend and he can't leave it behind. An explosion happens, and all of a sudden there's like these fireballs over where the damn alcohol was, over by the tables, which is by the tavern keep. So the place is in flames, and Silas gets attacked and goes down. Stabitha, having been waiting outside the window, says, frick it. She said she was going to collect my toes. Not my toes. She said she was going to collect me toes, so I need to go back in and help. She goes back in, squares up with the zombie that was attacking Silas, takes one hit and goes down. And then our dragonborn Hestia comes over, and Stabitha, luckily always the klepto, had grabbed a bunch of random bottles and stuff off the counter, and Hestia poured one down my mouth and rolled high enough that it ended up being a healing thing, so I recovered like 6 health. And then I took the second potion and poured it down Silas's throat. I rolled high enough, she recovered health. And then we start finish taking off those zombies, and meanwhile the tavern keep is still trying to frickin' get his pot through the window. And Stabitha, ever the genius, uses a cantrip that can be used to put out a small campfire, and she makes smaller flame on one of the balls of fire.
Starvation imminent.
Because apparently it's close enough to a campfire. And so it made it a bit smaller so the tavern keep could drag his pot around the fire and was able to get to the window, where Bessie then helped them out through the window. And then the rest of us all got the frick out of there. And Stabitha grabbed her box, and at the end we all end up outside, we're taking a breath. Stabitha then pulls out her knife and threatens the tavern keep, asking where her reward was for saving him. And everyone in the party is aghast at her lack of manners. And she said, "You think I just saved him for nothing? We're in the middle, we're doing all this stuff." She's really out for herself. And he's like, "Oh, okay." He's freaking out. He's crying, and she thought it'd be a bit more comedic because she's brandishing a knife in a box while hiding inside of a box. So she didn't think it was that terrifying. But apparently the tavern keep disagreed.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So when he gave her his special brew that he had risked his life to get out, she felt bad about it and gave back half of the drink and this special canteen and poured it into just a cup for her. That way she wouldn't feel quite as bad, because she was feeling the judgmental eyes of everyone else. And they're like, "Don't do that. Don't do that. He just lost his place and you threatened him with a knife." So she felt a bit, chastised appropriately. So then Tabitha was happy with that, and then we rest and we're trying to figure out where to go next, and Tabitha rolls really high in investigation because she wants to check the horizon to see if there is any interesting things. Like, there was a big explosion. Can we see fires where the explosion might have come from? Oh, and the explosion created like this huge gaseous thing that is now like taking our health as we're breathing it in each time. Miasma in the air that's hurting us. And so we're like, there's a giant explosion that happened. Can we tell based on where the fires are where it might have originated? And she doesn't necessarily see where it originated, but she sees some fires in the distance. And one of them is a really big place that kind of looks like a prison. And the Tavern Keep decides that they're going to go to the mines and are going to go grab a respirator so that they can breathe. We decide to go to part ways and go to the prison because, one, that might be where Television's husband is. Oh, you piece of frick! No V? I'm gonna need you to explain what the frick you're talking about, Wolf. Okay. Oh, no V. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, no, because we're talking about outside. Origin of a fire that looks like a V is typically on the buildings themselves. You wouldn't be able to see that by looking at a horizon. Now, if you're looking at an ignition source like inside of a house, you're probably able to see that, yes. But it wouldn't work just seeing a building from like a distance. Yeah. She was trying to see if she could figure out the approximate area where the explosion originated from based on looking on the horizon. And all she saw were a couple of fires dotting the horizon, and one of them seemed to be this giant like prison area. So the Tavern Keep went off with their friend to go get some respirators from the mines, and we went to go get weapons from the armory, from the prison, because we also thought that might be where Television's husband was. Yep, I did roll a nat 20 on that. So we went there, and there's these giant gates that are preventing us from entering. And so not giant, oh frick, not giant gates. We're able to get through the gates. Very perceptive somehow for your character. Look, she's very selectively perceptive. So we're able to get through the gates, but the first floor door, we open it, and it's just complete miasma. No one can breathe. We can't even see. It's so thick. So the child, Bessie, decides to scale the walls into this open second floor window, which she does successfully. She gets in there, and Tabitha just flies up to go in there as well. And when we get up there, Bessie, who has Girl Scout training, takes the curtains and rips them into strips, ties them together, and hangs it out the window so that everyone else can climb up into the second floor room of this prison, into what looks like an office. In what year? That is a great question. I don't know. There's a couple of lore-breaking things in here. We just ignore it. That was one of the few that didn't come from Tabitha. Most of the clearly lore-breaking things is just from Tabitha. Just like Deadpool, just like breaking the fourth wall. Like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't exist. So everyone climbs in successfully until we get to Hestia, the giant dragonborn with a huge anvil, 40-pound anvil on her back, who almost slips out the window. We finish tugging her all the way back up, and she barely makes it in. And we're just like, oh my gosh, you need to drop that info. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So with everyone inside, we look around, and it is the quartermaster's office. And we do some investigating, and we find a note that essentially says, they're doing experiments. I don't want to be a part of this. Something is going to go wrong. And we're like, okay, interesting. And we're about to leave through the main door, which, by the way, is barred when our other rogue, Silas, mentions, guys, wait, the door's barred from the inside. And there's no other exit. That means the last place he would have been isn't here. So how did he leave? Which has us looking all around the room for like a secret exit. And we find it in, of course, you know, a movable book on the bookshelf. And we pull it, and it opens a secret passage. It was the bartender. Yeah, exactly. One second, I'm thinking. Wrong way. Okay. Crete vine seed cluster in gel sac for hydraulic fluid. We're gonna go find that damn gel sac. I kind of want to fix the bridge. Okay, so we go down into the secret passage and we follow it downstairs, and we come into a lab. And as we come into the lab, our DM says, you know, you find a lab. And Stabitha, hearing this omniscient voice from out of nowhere, says, a lab? Where? Where's the dog? Where's the dog? I heard there's a lab. Where's the dog? Where is it? And everyone's like, it's an actual lab, like, you know, like for medical stuff. No. They were talking about a dog. I know they were talking about a dog. They 100% were talking about a dog. And she's just popping off about this imaginary dog. As we come into a medical lab, and there's a table with like a bloody scalpel, and there's these 3 pods, which each have 3 levers in front of them, of which each have 3 levers in front of them. One of them has what looks like a body of a person who's like slightly mutated in green. One of them is empty, opened and empty, and one of them is shattered with the goop stuff on the outside of it in a trail of blood and glass and goo leading into this opposite direction of this path. Stabitha wants to go and flip all the levers, of course. Everyone else thinks that's a bad idea. So we don't do it, and we move on down. We follow the trail. And we follow the trail into a prison cell, which we then, which has an open door, and we leave the door. Which has an open door. We go through the door into this hallway with all these prison cells, and this is where we meet Jimmy. And Jimmy is in a cell directly to beside where we just came out of. And Stabitha, who is now all on this dog thing. Oh, you freaking cracker. On a cracker. Oh, you piece of sh... This is why we don't do nice things. Frick you. It was at 50%, you ass. Well, it's not broken. Never mind. We're at 60%! Run! Swim away! I wasn't gonna let Mr. Giant Snake Worm be the reason this guy got out. We already lost our third Seamoth to this dude. Just similar looking dude. The random swearing, yeah, it comes out occasionally. I truly think it does depend on the game. To be fair, me not trying to get 150 deaths was truly some of the hardest I've ever tried in a game. Other than, like, master trials of Breath of the Wild. Okay. Like, maybe, there's probably a few other examples of ones where I've, like, tried harder. But, like... actually, like, trying to put strategy into a game that you're supposed to put strategy in, but I'm really bad at putting strategy in. And all of it for an hour of geography. Yes, which has hence been taken down because it doxed me. I was like, there's some weird ads on here. Then I looked and I'm like, So I I edited it so that it's, you know, covering anything that's actually doxing. And once all the parts, the rest of the parts get released, I'll release that one on YouTube. So we should, geography should be on the VOD channel by the end of the month. But yeah, I was just like, I went and double checked. I was like, that's not, because most of them, you know, were like pretty, you know, like Geico. Oh no, it was just a small thing. It wasn't like a huge thing, but I was like, and then I was like, I'm not going to go through and check because the ads changed every like 30 seconds. So I just went and covered all the areas with ads so that they're blurry. And I'm like, I don't have time. Anytime I use an online thing is when I'm most likely to accidentally dox something. So those are the ones I absolutely go back and check. Because, like, I'm not going to dox anything in the middle of one of the games. But, like, having localized ads pop up, now that can be bad. But yeah, anyway, I already got it so that it's all blurred out, but I just don't want to release it until after I've released the final part of Radiant Dawn. Because until then, I want to keep the YouTube people possibly believing that I don't hit 150. I don't know how many people on YouTube actually watch the video, but it'd be really sad if they're like, wait, the 150's here, but I never even saw the end of the game. Hey, they are not as bad. We were 4 months behind on effing. We were 4 months behind for frickin' New Vegas. We are 3 weeks behind. Okay, we're like a month behind. I just posted one. When was that one? When was that one? Okay, we're 2 months behind. But I've already... The only reason that we're 2 months behind is because I had to combine... One of those... Part 14 was one that the internet went out on, and I had to combine the videos, which I had to find the time to do, and I only found the time to do it the other day. So I'd already, like, edited and got thumbnails, got chapters for pretty much all the rest of the parts except for 14. So everything was being held up by part 14. Because then I had to combine it in Movavi, and then I had to export that to my computer, and then export that from my computer, upload that from my computer to YouTube. And that one just got uploaded today. So yeah, we have like 5 parts coming out one each day for the next 5 days. I think I need to work on 2 more. And I already did the final one. But yeah, no, that's what took so long. I got distracted and was studying and stuff for the New Vegas one. I just didn't feel like going through it. But yeah, no, the Fire Emblem one is 100% Part 14's fault.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But I need to repair. We're gonna make the repair thing, and then I'm gonna see if we can get some effing gel, some of the gel stuff, so that we can make the hydraulic fluid. Yeah, I think I have 3 more I need to finish chaptering for Fire Emblem, and then the rest of it for Below Zero. So we're a lot more caught up than we were. It's in the ocean. Deep biome.
Calorie intake recommended.
You an echo? Echo. Nope, no echo. No clue what you're talking about. And guys, you know we're gonna exit the game. I'm gonna save, exit the game, and then we're gonna try and I'm just gonna open it directly back up again to make sure it's saved. I'm pretty sure it's literally just scattered around deeper areas. I don't think it's specific to a certain biome. I legitimately don't think it's specific.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Winston. A little anxiety. I gotta get the meme. I gotta get the thing I got from the damn pharmacy because it was too cute. Look how cute he is! It was like $2 and he was absolutely worth it. He's adorable. All right. You share that in a friend's Discord. Did they appreciate? That's my secret. I'm always stressed. Oh, frick. Just hop in here to get oxygen. Frick off. Okay. Now the question is... Yeah, I just take it deeper and we try and find... We just look. We're trying to find gel stuff. Oh wait, where were we in D&D? I got distracted. So anyway, we saw Jimmy, and everyone's like, we don't know who this guy is. He could be dangerous because, you know, he's locked in prison. So, like, he's probably a bad guy. He is in prison. And I'm like, we just broke into a prison? Are we really in this zombie apocalypse? Are we sure that we have the moral quandary of releasing this prisoner? Like, is that where our line is? I just threatened a tavern owner at knife point in a box. And we're over here saying maybe we shouldn't release the prisoner. Anyway, so Tabitha tells him that if he helps her find a lab, that she will release him from the prison. And to literally everyone else saying don't do it, Tabitha, well, one person said they didn't care. Tabitha opened the door and ended up giving him the alcohol that she had threatened off of the tavern keep. So as a gesture of goodwill, she released him and gave him the alcohol to drink. And he gets out and he goes, I don't know how long I've been here. We talked to him. He seems to be having like this memory gap. He thinks he's been here like a couple weeks, but he doesn't know. He had a friend who was next to him, but he got taken away a couple weeks prior and doesn't know where he is. And Tabitha's over here just super giddy because she's going to help her find a lab. And so we continue down the hallway and we get to a courtyard. And in the courtyard is a giant troll. And we go out there and we look, we see, we're like, wait, this troll is kind of dressed like the quartermaster, and that's the quartermaster's keys. Somehow the quartermaster became one of the giant like zombie goblin things. And we're like, we're just gonna turn around and leave. So we turn and we go back and start heading back towards the cells. And as we do that,
fluid intake.
The quartermaster hears us and starts coming at us. And at some point, this lady runs around the corner and goes, "Quick, follow me!" And we follow her, and it's like we're like in a small armory section where we get like some weapons and stuff. Hull damage imminent. And she says that she was like the assistant to the quartermaster or something, and that she had no idea what the hell was going on, but that they were doing experiments, and now he's like that, and super confusing. So we eventually leave the storage room and find that the quartermaster is still just chilling. He is still just chilling in the hallway waiting for us. So Tabitha looks for a box. She looks for a box big enough to fit a troll head in, and she rolls a nat 20. So she finds not only a box for that we can have our mage. We can have our mage television used to mage hand the box over his head so that he can't see us and we can sneak by him. But in addition, I found an amazing box that had +1 stealth to it. And that is how we end up with our box. The box. So of course, Tabitha, like a hermit crab changing shells, switches to the superior box, and our mage puts the box over the troll's head, and it is sufficiently confused enough for us to sneak around it and go back through the cell and back through the tunnel into the lab. Because I'm so bad at multitasking, I can either think or I can drive. There's literally... I'm so bad at multitasking. If I'm like really thinking, there's no way I'm doing anything in game. So yeah, that was the end of another session. And Jimmy's following us as well. I feel like there's going to be some of those grabby things over here. No wonder you're so good at the game. No, I sense sarcasm.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
What do you mean I haven't been here? Excuse me? Or I just had never grabbed that dude.
Vital signs stabilizing.
You guys got any gel for me? For chance? Oh, we gotta go out first before we go down there. Okay, so we start heading down, and we end up back in the lab. And back in the lab, Jimmy stops, like, just freezes. And he goes, wait, that's my friend. That's the guy who was next to me.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
And he's referring to the guy who is still in the pod. Oh, and we also realized that it might have been the quartermaster who was in pod 3, the one that was completely shattered and had looked like someone broke out of it. Because the middle guy is starting to kind of look like that guy. And so Jimmy's like, we gotta get him out. We gotta free him. And we're like, oh, we don't really know which one to pull. But Stabitha's like, nope, Jimmy said he's gonna help me find a dog. We're gonna help out this guy. So Stabitha goes to go pull all 3 levers at once. Figuring that if one of them was supposed to, that pulling all 3 of them would probably short circuit the thing, and it would therefore break it, and the guy would be fine, and we'll be able to get it open. Sadly, she was held back by Hestia, who was like, what the frick are you doing? We need to think this through. And then we do some, like, probability and math or whatever, and we realize, oh, this one's open on this one, pulled on this one, that was already open, which that means that one probably opened it. We figured one probably released blades to kill him, one probably drained the fluid, and one probably opened it. So one killed, one drained, one opened. Stabitha was just gonna, yeet, full send, got stopped, and we ended up figuring out which one to pull. And the moment they said which one to pull, Stabitha was right there and yoinked it. And the thing drained, and then it got opened, and the guy fell out, and Jimmy grabbed him, and he is not in great shape. He is alive, but he is not doing too hot. He's looking a bit green. It's definitely not ideal. And Jimmy's like, I gotta get him back to our people. And we're like, we don't know what the frick that means. We'll deal with it later. So we continue on our way out. Okay, one sec. Wait, that's the dude that's gonna try and eat me, right? Is that the guy that's gonna eat me? No, I'm bad at directions.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh, thank you, Eldest, for the raid. I appreciate it. Hey guys, how you doing? How's Hollow Knight going? We are currently looking for blue gel sacks. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. Alright. Oh, frick. We're not dying here. We got more oxygen. It's fine. I do need to figure out where to get gel sacks from.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah, how's Hollow Knight going? Ignore the Teletubbies in the corner. But yeah, we're just chilling, trying to figure out how to fix this bridge.
Oxygen.
Emotes. Yeah, those are cute emotes. We might die. Yeah, actually, we're probably gonna die. Yeah, we're definitely gonna die. 100%. Do we have anything important? Nah. It's fine. It's fine. Sub Below Zero going? It's going pretty good. We're currently exploring Robo Island, where our sister was. And there's a bridge that we're trying to close, and we need some gel packs in order to do that. So we're trying to figure out where gel packs are. And then plan to go open that gap. What's up with the Teletubbies? One of my viewers is scared of water, so Teletubbies is his shield. I accidentally had it covering the entire, I forgot that was there. Jump scare Teletubbies. I accidentally had it like over the entire main screen for like 5 minutes and nobody told me a thing, so I put him in the corner as a shield. Alright. Guys, I don't know what any of this is. Teletubbies are freaky? They are freaky. But I don't think they're as freaky as the vacuum. I think we can all agree. Was Poe? Yeah. Wait, which color is Poe? Is Poe the green one? I feel like Poe's the green one. He was the red one. Okay. Yeah, the running joke is just, it's like, which Teletubby do you think is just most likely to just, like, you know, murder you? And I think we determined that red... Well, we determined that it looked like it would be... You had to look at the eyes to see how sane they were. And green doesn't have a thought behind his eyes. He's just chilling. He's just dancing at the club. Purple seems pretty chill. I think red would be the first just to kill you, and then it would go yellow, and then purple, and then green. And then someone reminded me of the damn vacuum. And it doesn't even matter. Vacuum wins. That sucker will not even give you a second thought. Yeah, that guy would, yeah. So that's normally the conversation starter if we're stuck on a loading screen or something. That and Rubik's Cubes. But yeah, I like to play a lot of RPGs and story-based games and puzzle games. Typically not very well. But I do enjoy playing them, and we tend to have a lot of random topics. Right now I was recounting the 1 year of D&D by telling the story, everything that's happened as I remember it. We have our 1 year session tomorrow. Let's get some oxygen. Where the frick am I supposed to find these?
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Thank you. Alright. Oh, guys, this weather's great. This weather's great. I love it. Oh, you guys want to see the damn sea truck? This is not my finest moment. I'm not good at driving, okay? Beacon, I do mean Beacon, yes. In Subnautica 1, I beached two sea moths. The third one got destroyed by a snake, and the fourth one got left in a super deep area. And I thought, you guys, there's so much less land in this one. There's literally no way I could ever beach one of these. I beached it the first day we made it. Maybe there'll be the purple gel sacks down here. I just need it to make the hydraulic thing so we can actually fix the bridge over on the island. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Have you played Subnautica 2 yet? I'm waiting for it to be fully released first. Where is it? Like, I've just avoided it so far. Alright. It's free? How did that happen? What? Guys, did the game not saving just break the lily pad it was on? This is a surprise. I don't know what to do now. I've never had one that was freed after being a beacon. It's no longer the best beacon. Do we just make it a beacon again? Like, we already got one. Or do we just make it like a parking lot of them? Like, we're probably gonna end up beaching something again at some point. I guess we just start a parking garage of them. I'm actually in shock. To be fair, we did just have C truck number 2 get down to 16 health, so it's probably okay to have a spare. Oh, but I do feel like there's going to be gel packets over here. I feel like the really green areas will have gel packets. Funny thing is, even if I looked up the areas where gel packets were, I wouldn't know where those are. I'm just that bad at directions. Okay. I mean, I guess we can get NM6 while we're down here. We don't even have oxygen in that. We're not getting NM6 until we freaking get oxygen first. Wait, what about that one? 95. Yeah, we'll go to that one. Closer.
Warning.
Frick
30
off.
seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright. I do like the music in this one. The penguins are adorable too. Alright. And we're gonna go down. N6M. What's this again? Oh, it's one of the shipwrecks. Which better have still been looted. Because I died way too much in there for it to not have saved being looted. But that was like 2 streams ago, so it should be saved. What is it, Mikey boy? Thanks, Eldest. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Okay. Ah, frick it. We still gotta finish the D&D. Doing a late night session night. What gives you that idea? Oh, we're back at this guy again. Do you have... What are you? Nope.
Warning.
Nope.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining. Rising temperatures detected in mineral-rich fissure below.
Mineral-rich fissure below? What fissure? Where? Ooh, hole!
Oxygen.
No, we need oxygen. We need oxygen. But we're 500 meters down. We're not gonna get out. Frick.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Just keep swimming. Keep swimming. I thought you meant D&D for a sec. I was like, what about the other tank?
Oxygen.
There's no way. There's no shot. Yeah, no, we're not. Yeah, no. What if I just go down there with like 20 damn... There was no chance to fake. He wouldn't have enough inventory space. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. So anyway, so we're leaving the prison, and as we step out the back door, we Television and I feel a disturbance in the force. Also, there was no sign of Television's husband. We still don't know where he is. He was not in one of the prison cells. She didn't see any sign of him, so we don't know where he is. She thinks maybe he had gone to the mines. That was the only other place she could think that possibly he might be. Oh, frick off, shark. I'm talking. Okay, and so we feel like a disturbance in the force, and out of nowhere appears 2 crystal skeleton zombie dudes who look exactly like Television and I, the 2 magic users who went down in the tavern. Which is a bit odd. And they just have like these glowing crystals coming off of them. That's a bit... okay. Frick you! You piece of frickin' crap! Got it. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What can you do? Keep swimming, swimming. Hey, no. Bad Leviathan, stop it.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
It was 100% Leviathan. Yeah, no, it's definitely a. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
Oxygen.
Oxygen, smoxygen. You're so right. That is the only correct attitude. Oh, let's fill up the other oxygen. Oh, that was our only other oxygen tank that we had on. Okay. Alright, go down. He's puppy guarding our dam. Whatever. As long as we get the lore, that's what matters, right, guys? I do like the music. And Bessie's at like 5 health. The child's at like 5 health. She's not doing too hot, so she stays inside the prison building with Green Dude, who we got from the pod, who isn't doing too hot. Frick are you? Excuse me? Okay, well, looks like we already have that. Well, I understand why they said there was some heat coming from this area. That makes sense. Mine! Mine! Mine!
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Beach, I got lore. I don't care. I do care, and I'm stuck. Are you effing with me? How do I get stuck here? How does that even... Bro. That is ridiculous.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Hey guys, what are the odds we find the oxygen thing down here? Pretty low, right?
Oxygen.
And even if we did get down here, we don't have enough to get back up. And also, I don't see any of the damn, I don't see any of the damn gel packets anyway. So yeah, Bessie is tending to and protecting, the guy who we got from the case. Jimmy's in there hiding or something, I don't know. And the rest of us are outside trying to fight these crystal zombies and some normal zombies that just appeared. And all of a sudden, our DM accidentally imports a PNG imprint, and it's huge. I swear to God, that thing is impressive. It might not even matter that it got unbeached. If it gets immediately destroyed by Mr. Snake Clawmouth, it's bold. But yeah, he imported a PNG of a zombie that came out incorrectly, and it was super thin and super huge. It took up like a third of the map. And we decided to keep it. We said, you know, nope, this is canon now. So, in comes a surprise mini-boss, Long John. And we start fighting Long John, which is like, dang, this guy's like, you know, super thin, like, almost seems flat, but like, you know, we can't do that much damage, right? Stabitha's taking pot shots from a tree. Silas is over there, trying to stab at it. And Long John takes back their weapon and pushes it forward. And mind you, me and Silas are like 40 feet apart. We are not close, but we are in like a straight line across from each other. And because of how big Long John was, he was able to stab both of us at the same time in the one hit. Me in the tree. And that hurt a little bit. And then Stabitha retreated. Because she doesn't get paid enough for that. And she gets to a different place and starts taking pop shots again. Or Dragonborn's taking like bigger shots, and eventually we wear it down and kill both the crystal things and yeah, we kill both the crystal things and Long John, and we freaking leave. We hightail it out of there. We hightail it out of there with Jimmy and Jimmy's friend. And we're arguing over where to go next. And some people want to go to the mines to get the respirators. However, Stabitha has been informed by Jimmy that there is a ghost he doesn't have info about 3 places we can get I can get a dog. I can either go to the pet store, and get an actual dog. I can go to the magic store and find my familiar spell, or I can go to the cemetery and find a ghost dog. And Jimmy has invited us to go with him to meet his crew at the cemetery, which is where he is taking his friend back to recover. And everyone's like, it's a bad idea, like, we don't know him. And I'm like, it's a zombie apocalypse. Like, how often does assistance get offered to you? Also, I need the dog. So eventually Tabitha wears him down, and we end up going to the cemetery. Following him to the cemetery. And we get there, and it's a mausoleum. And out walks this guy who's super tattooed. Where to get gel packet Subnautica Below Zero? 1 sec. I'm gonna look this up. I'm so serious about wanting this before we go to bed. Okay. Gel packet? Is that what it is? Subnautica Below Zero. Best way to get gel sacks. Gel sacks, edible flora. Do you have like a lily pad island? You sure? Are we sure? I'm not sure I agree with you. Can I be so real? I think you're full of crud. So we go to the cemetery, and out walks this guy who's super tattooed, and introduces himself as Ghost, and takes Jimmy and Green Dude into the mausoleum and shuts the door and tells us, hey, if you can pass our test, we'll let you in, and we'll tell you what we know. And we're like, excuse me? And then they walk away. And Tabitha's pissed because she, 1, doesn't have the dog yet. And 2, we came here for assistance, and we brought them their friend, and they just locked us out here. That's really rude. Then, of course, we hear zombies approaching, and there's like 12 zombies. And not only that, but there's like a big conglomerate zombie, and like 6 zombies that were like close to each other all of a sudden like merge into like one like huge like flesh thing. And Tabitha says, ah, heck nah. And she flies to the top of the mausoleum and pretends to be a gargoyle. Mind you, she is still in the box. So it's just, if they looked up, they would just see a box standing where a gargoyle should be. Why? To try and blend in. She didn't want to get attacked by that flesh monster. No, it was self-preservation. They were coming from all sides. She did the most prudent thing at the time, which was flee. Totally the only thing she could. Well, they couldn't go into the damn building. They couldn't go into the building because they locked the mausoleum door. So, they start fighting the flesh monster. Meanwhile, Tabitha, now that I think about it, I don't think Tabitha, I think there's been like 5 battles that Tabitha's actually like participated in. Most of the time she's on her own side quest. I'm just now realizing this. She's almost always on her own side quest. Because Tabitha is pissed at Ghost and them, so she goes up to the mausoleum glass doors and starts trying to pry the door open, insisting she's gonna get in there and make it their problem so that they'll help. So she uses while everyone else is fighting this thing, she uses the next few turns to pry at the door until she's able to get it open enough for her to sneak in, for her to be able to slip through the crack, but then the door closes again. And she turns around and Ghost is sitting in a chair reading The Lusty Barbarian. And she goes, "You gonna help?" And he went, "Nah," and then goes back to reading. And she's like, "Whatever, fine." So, but you know, she's now safely inside here, so she's not gonna leave, of course. So she creates a mirage image of herself out to the left of Hestia or Dragonborn, right as Flesh Conglomerate attacks. Instead of attacking Hestia, they attack my fake image, and they crit. Hestia would have been down and gone, but my imaginary illusion was able to draw its attention and took the attack instead. And then Tabitha, you know, she just sat back, because, like, her job's done. She just saved someone from a crit, like, what more do they want? Wait, Lusty Argonian, is that the name of the book? It's whatever the actual book is, that is the actual name. Whichever, we always kept reading a chapter of that at each long rest. Okay, it's the Lusty Argonian Maiden, that's it. I just always get the name wrong. But yeah, we'd always read a chapter at long rest. Now they picked up a different book, and my god, it's 10 times worse. I don't even know what it actually is. It's so bad. It's just like, guys, do we have to read this? Like, we set the timer for 2 minutes. Endure. We're like, we really don't want to. Where do you keep getting? Where do you keep getting these? No, it's not a great book. But whatever one they found that was more of a joke one is so much worse. I mean, I don't remember. I kind of, like, blurred it out of my memory. But Lust is, in fact, sexual, and I do remember it being a pretty sexual book, so, yeah. Give me some dang gel packets, please. Anyway, so yeah, Ghost is in there sitting on a chair while everyone else is fighting for their life, and Tabitha is glaring at him from inside the mausoleum of the... because she pried open the door while everyone else was fighting. Someone read all the books in Skyrim. How many books are there in Skyrim? And eventually the zombies outside get defeated, and behind Tabitha she just hears slow clapping as Ghost stands up and opens the door and invites us in.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I'm so serious. Where the actual frick is the damn gel packets?
Oxygen.
Frick you. Where to find gel packets? Screw it, I'm pulling up a YouTube video. Yeah, Okay, yep. Delta Station Dock. Okay. Red ship. Down and more to the left. Okay. Past the cliff. You want to go what? Into the opening, I guess? Well, I mean, he has the depth module. We don't. So yeah, we hear slow clapping behind us, and Ghost stands up and opens the mausoleum door and says, "Welcome in." And everyone else is pissed. And Tabitha just before everyone walks in, she runs out there and tries to find the dog, and she ends up finding a spirit coming from this one grave, and she rubs the name, and there's a B, so she thinks it says Bob, and now she has a ghost dog. So she is now happy she has the lab. What about the depth module? And then they confront Ghost, and everyone is mad. Everyone is mad, and Tabitha thinks he's hot, and they're all like, he's like, yeah, welcome in. If you guys want to join our club, if you guys want to join our crew, you guys are more than welcome to. And we're like, we don't know about joining. He's like, well, if you don't join, then I can only let you spend the night, and you have to like pay for any rations or whatever. We're like, fine. I'm like, we still need sleep. They already tried to kill us. They're not gonna try and kill us again in one day. Like, let's be honest here. So we accept the invitation and go down to rest in the mausoleum. The modification station. Sea truck upgrade. Guys, how do I have the sea truck depth upgrade for 2 and 3 and not 1? How does that even work? How does that make any sense? Bro! It's just matching the mood and seeing that he's so true. We're going to the dock. I'm doing this. I'm gonna find this gel packet before we freaking end. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. It's personal now. Wait, didn't they say to look for a red ship? Well, that's this. Alright, alright. I'm 80% sure this is where they need. Alright, let's see. Wait, of what snake? A black snake? Okay. I continue left. Like, is it alive? Why'd you take a picture of it? Oh no, I didn't ask him. That was kind of rude. Next time you should ask. Oh my god, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. Okay. Lock in, guys. Lock the frick in. Tom is short for Thomas. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah, commonly called Tom. Yeah, yeah. As someone who has a family member named Tom, I can concur that is in fact true. Okay, we only found one. Nope, two. Three. Four, please. Oh, four. Wherefore art there? Okay. I just realized I've been scooting further and further away from the mic. What the frick is four? Guys, if we found three and I died after finding three, I would be so mad. Wait, are you calling me short? How dare you? The audacity.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright, we're going back to here. We gotta find one more. Such a horrible person. Oh, this
Oxygen.
slander. Okay. Alright, let's get one more. Come on. Big money, big money. He loves short clip, actually. Nice. No, if I couldn't take a joke about being short, gosh, life would be very dull and angering. With that being said, if it's a random stranger who's just like, you know you're short, right? Like that one guy when I was at the water fountain in high school. I'm just gonna look at you like, no, duh? Thank you, you're the first person to ever mention this.
With this artifact, I am again able to trace the imprint of my people.
What artifact? Oh, that
They
artifact.
survived for a time, but then their presence becomes faint.
Marine life analyzer.
New technology acquired.
Okay, ion battery. Alright. Oh, auto light. We're just trying to bring it to your attention. It's like, wow, thanks. I had no idea. Thank you for this revelation. Everything makes sense now. And yeah, you bet I'm grabbing as many gel packs as I can. And oh no, I accidentally kicked your leg
Warning,
in.
30
Oh
seconds
no,
of
it's almost
oxygen
like I'm
remaining.
closer to some sensitive areas. You might not want me to, I don't know, accidentally kick. Whoops. I did once use my trumpet and accidentally rammed it into my friends.
Oxygen.
Yeah, he was not happy. He was... I was just, you know, just
Warning.
swinging it.
30
and-
seconds of oxygen
Oof.
remaining.
Okay. Back we go. Play the trumpet once. Leave me alone. We're on our way. We're on our way. So we go down to, with my newly acquired Bob, we go down and we see like a bunch of these members of Ghost's Mafia group,
Calorie
whatever it
intake
is.
recommended.
And the info we get from Ghost is that the prison had been doing experiments on people and turning them into these zombie-like things for weeks. And they didn't know how far it had got, and they don't know if what happened recently is a result of what they were doing there. And Stabatha asked about the gate to lead out of the city that surrounds the entire city. And he said that the gate has sentries by it, and the one group he sent out to go check only got so close, but what they did see was just blood splatter everywhere by the gate. And he said all the gates are now sealed and no one is getting through. So Stabatha is really interested in seeing if we can figure out how to open the gate, or see if we can figure out like who's keeping it closed, is what she really wants to know. So we go down and take... Oh, nobody saw that, okay?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, we still need a creep vine cluster, don't we? We do. So we go down and get ready to take a nap, and we realize we don't have enough rations to take a nap. So Tabitha sneaks out with her +1 stealth box and sneaks into the kitchen and grabs a toe knife, one she lovingly called toe knife, to add to her arsenal, in addition to some leftover food that was left on a table for a ration, so that we could all get a long rest after that big fight. Cap. Yep, exactly. But after she grabs the food, she sees
oxygen.
She hears someone come into the kitchen. So her being a master of stealth, curls up in the box and places the box beside the other storage boxes and doesn't make a sound. And somehow it works, and the person who was there walks right on by him and doesn't see her. And after they leave, she gets up and goes back, throws the food at the people, and then curls up in a box with a blanket and Bob and goes to bed. Okay, what do we need? Oh, about dive starvation. Which really shouldn't be a problem because we do have a knife, but I just keep forgetting about it.
Vital signs stabilizing.
No. Mm-mm. That's not what we needed. We didn't need that. We need the pods. We need the pods. We need the berries, not the whatever. So the next morning, we go down to breakfast, and Tabitha goes up to one of the guys at one of the tables, asks where Ghost is. No one knows. They said he tends to hang out by himself. And then she inquired as to where the morgue was, so that she could go and collect the toes of the zombies that we all killed in the cemetery the day prior, because apparently all the bodies have been picked up, and she needs her collection to be, Mr. And he goes, what? She's like, I collect toes, and as revenge for my grandma. And the guy's just going, I rolled a persuasion check and it worked. He was sufficiently confused and scared and led me to where the bodies were, where I was proceeded to collect like 5 toes for the necklace. And then we leave.
Oxygen.
And I convince everyone, we consider going deeper into the city, which is like 9 different zones, and we're on the outermost one that leads to like outside, which is surrounded by like farmland and stuff. And Tabitha convinces them that we should go and check out the gate before heading further in, because it's likely we'll like never get back to the edge of this again. It's like this is our only time to really check the gate. So we decide to go and check the gate where Ghost said that there was like a bunch of blood and stuff, and that the gates were locked. And we get down there, and there's like a lot of houses, and as we start getting closer to the gate, we see a sentry in front of it. Think those statue dudes in Hogwarts Legacy. And Tabitha sneaks around the side of it, staying by the houses, and she takes some keystones that she found in the quartermaster's office, and she just throws it at the wall to see if it'll unlock it. Because apparently, in addition to there being like a normal, like mechanical lock, there's a magic lock. Apparently, that doesn't work. She goes and picks up the stones. But then we think, wait, our mage might be able to mage hand the stones and see if they fit into the keystone slots in the magical barrier. So she tries. I actually let her borrow my box temporarily to try and sneak past the sentry to do this. She succeeds in trying to put the keystones in. They do not fit. As she's retreating, she fails a roll, and the sentry awakens. And she still has my box. And Stabatha, knowing her box is in danger, comes out of the trees where she is hiding to distract the sentry, who is now going after television in the box. Okay, where are we going? Not you. You. And he can move. He can move real good. He starts chasing after me. Meanwhile, she's trying to go back to the perimeter to sneak into one of the houses. And as he's going to attack me, she then distracts him. Meanwhile, like, everyone else is just kind of like in the distance, like by the houses watching. They're like, we don't really want to get involved in this. Like, you guys got this. So yeah, his attention is on me again as she is sneaking around with the box, and Stabatha is just trying to run, and I think she got hit like once or twice. Intake. But she's trying to keep her distance while also retreating towards the houses. And next session, Stabatha flies over to where television is real quick, grabs the box, and then hops through a window in one of the houses to get away. Sentry is still after anyone it sees, and now it sees the rest of the party. And that is where I'll end the update for today, because I actually need to refresh on exactly what happened after that. Like, I know, like, how we ended up where we did, but also, like, we're about to get this, a bit of lore, so let's do the lore and then bed. But that has us about halfway through the campaign. And if I do say so myself, I think I've done a pretty good recap. And then when I get the edited version out, we can figure out how absolutely wrong I was. Which I think it might just be like semantics about it was this person versus this person. I truly think doing the D&D updates on stream has sincerely improved my recollection of events, because everyone else in the party was like, I didn't even remember that happened.
I'm sensing interesting patterns to the northeast. It would be worth investigating. But be careful.
Of what?
I recall ravenous creatures tunneling beneath the ice.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
He has his arm over your neck. Aw.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Guys, I don't trust this cave. It doesn't feel good. Yeah, you legally can't move.
Dangerous weather approaching.
Oh,
Seek shelter.
frick off. There's always dangerous weather approaching. You guys got a PDA for me by chance? Tech. Thumper. Like the rabbit?
New blueprint synthesized.
Okay, well, I guess that warms me up. Guys, 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 guys. Does this not look like an area that was blown up to cave in? So maybe this is the elusive cave that our sister had the cure in, that Margaret told us to blow up, told her to blow up. Because there shouldn't just be a ladder coming down to here. You think so? I don't think it's a big jump when you go where you're supposed to. It's just another cave they wanted to blow up. Wow, so many caves they wanted to randomly blow up. Me too, guys. Me too. Titanium. Requires special equipment. Are you where you're supposed to? Frick if I know. I can't see anything out blowing stuff up. Guys, I'm just so excited for the D&D session tomorrow, when we finally see what was behind the giant crystal we murdered. And we, and if we get surrounded, I can just teleport out of there. Another one? And we can finally talk to Bob. Maybe it requires a blood sacrifice, but my sister's already dead. Isn't that enough of a sacrifice? No? Well, frick. In that case, throw the 11-year-old. Not in D&D. Oh, for D&D. Yeah. Just throw the 9 through 12-year-old. Who as of like 2015 would have almost been of legal age to marry off in New Hampshire.
Hypothermia imminent.
Wait. Wait, 3 hours? What? 21 more to go for what? But does New Hampshire exist? About as much as Wyoming does. Which is the one to the left. $24 hours. Oh my god, it's a Molduga! La-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-di-dee, doo-doo-doo-doo, dee-doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Look at the peaceful landscaping. Bull. I need to find a cave. I don't have a choice.
Hypothermia.
Frick off! I'm gonna die of hypothermia. That is ridiculous. Is there nowhere to do cover there? Because the water is warm for some reason. Okay, one more time. It's a lot easier with our sea moth being right there, though. In the attic. Arctic. Especially in the attic. Alright. But yeah, last one and then bed. And I mean that. We've gotten back to where we are. I mean, to be fair, in attic, warm air would rise to the attic.
Dangerous weather approaching.
Frick
Seek shelter.
you. It's not a wormhole. Wait, we're just back here again. Oh god, guys, I'm so good at directions. Like, this is insane. And we're back where we started. Ten out of 10. Would you guys let me guide you on a trip? Sure, why not? Cool, cool. Absolutely. Maybe the worms don't come here at night. Can I heat up under here? You're not insulated. Frick you. Because I know that trip would have no destination. Guys, I don't trust this cave. So I end up in New York. Hello? High-dense architect cabling structures been discovered running between various sites. Known architect activity on 445 46B. Fiber optic communication networks physically shielded by microscopic layer of pressed diamond dust. Fancy. Really, Alan? You got nothing to say? Really? Nope, go back in. Guys, this is nighttime and the worm's gonna attack me and I'm just not feeling it. Do we just sprint? Let's get some good clips. Time to clip farm. Would that kill me? I don't think so. I think we're fine. What? This is in a cave! Oh, it's not.
Hypothermia imminent.
This is a cave! Oh, we don't have the tools to break that. Cool area, no lore. We don't have the tools to break it. Damn, she was cold as ice. Is that a hole? Yeah. Thought I would check. Is this where we just were? I can't tell since daytime. Okay, we got one of the snow dudes again. I don't think this is where we just were. I think this is a different place. Okay, this is definitely... Yeah, that's where we just were. Not taking no chances this time. Fill your extra tank. Okay. La-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-di-da-dee-da-dee-dee, dee-da-dee-da-dee.
Hypothermia.
Hey. Let's talk about this. Where we just were? Let's do that again. Again. We're getting a lot of green. Yes! We don't have a tablet on us, but we found one. Yes! Give us an ion cube. We found one that actually has a teleporter that can work if we get the thing. I don't like that sound. I don't like that sound at all. Yeah, that. Holy frick. Yes! All right, Alan, where are we at? Alan? Really? Nothing to say. Really? And now is when you're like, yeah, I got nothing. super secret facility. No, I'm sure this is a normal facility. There's not gonna be worms under here, right? That's depressing music. Earbuds were dying. Yeah, this is sad music. Heck? Oh, frick yeah. Cut the circle. Do it. Do it. Wait, it says it's 100%. The frick? Oh.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen
Oh,
remaining.
that's so cool. Oh my god, it's a secret entrance. It's a secret entrance. Coordinates? That's the wrong button. Screenshot, copy to clipboard. Thank you. Oh, hornets. No. Okay, we got the coordinates of the secret entrance that'll lead us to other side of the bridge past Worm Guy. Which is helpful for when we get an ion cube. Fine. We need to drop stuff off and get food anyway. Because you know I'm using that teleporter tomorrow, guys. Yes, thank you for... Granted, I didn't end up using the other tank, but yes, it was good that I filled it back up. Thank you. And you're telling me there's not a single tablet down here? Oh, that was the sucky. Does anyone see a tablet? Cube. Wee. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So far we haven't come across tablets in this game. I don't know if they even are in this game. A lot of green. Yeah, I was gonna say it really looks like it's melting. Okay. Save. Wait for it to finish saving. Quit? Yes. Play? We're verifying. Oh, thank God, for a second I thought this was somewhere else. It was so bright I was confused. The penguin is really funny. I do really like that loading bar. It's great. Alright. Alright. Nice times. Now it is time for bed. Much time for bed. Alright. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow after final World Cup. So probably at like 8. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And I'll see you guys again later. Thanks so much for being here. Oh, thank you, Ghost. I truly appreciate it.